Alright guys, welcome back. CFP here, and this is Survival Living. So, we got our takedown bow in, and I just got it. So we're playing around with it today just to see how well it is. Quite frankly, I don't know. It's supposed to be 60 pound. I ordered the strongest bow that they had available for the takedown bow. They had a 20, a 30, a 50, I think the 40. I went for the 60, but it really doesn't feel like 60. And I don't know why it made that noise. Everything's tight, so we're checking it out anyway. Target down here, it's just pine shavings that's compressed. It's wrapped in a clear bag. I've duct taped it, I've clear taped it, and we put a cardboard halfway target on there just to catch the arrows. Now this thing has been punching through this, but it's been stopping them. So we'll continue to shoot this and see how well this thing actually works. So with this bow, I mean, it's lightweight, you know. For a backpack, the weight and everything is okay. I mean, it does break down quite nicely. I just don't think it's a 60 pound draw on it. It just doesn't feel, it feels less, a lot less. The arrows, they're 30-inch arrows. It's just a little target tip that is screw on. I actually went ahead and purchased some actually hunting tips as a little target tips, because that was the plan with this. It was a 60 pound draw, and it was going to be a takedown bow. Came with 12 arrows, little arrow sheath, little guard. Even came with one of those, let me see if I can find it in my pocket. One of those leather finger slips. I don't like this thing. I keep losing the drawstring every time I even try to use this, so we're not even using that. I would actually use one of those nice gloves that they got. But the arrow does sit good. So let's go ahead and do a couple shots. As you can tell in my voice, I'm not impressed so far. This thing was over 100 bucks. Feels more like a kid's toy. One of the reasons being, that's my sight. That's my sight right there. It's fixed, it only goes left and right. You can slide up and down, but the sights, the arrow holder does hold, but when I was doing some practice shots, it keeps on pulling off to the right a lot, and it could be my performance. I haven't shot a bow in a very long time. I could be rolling it in my wrist, which I've been known to do because I've hamburgered my arm many times shooting bows. That's why compounds. So it could be that issue. But let's go ahead and film my performance, if you will. And it needs work. I haven't shot a bow in many years. And put the camera on the target. One of the things they showed this thing, each arrow and arrowhead had an O-ring on it. These did not come with O-rings. There's no package for O-rings. It's 12 arrows, and every time you shoot these things, you have to go back and retighten them down because there's no O-rings on them. So they're coming loose. Alright, so for the knock, I mean, it does hold actually pretty well, so I will say that for the arrows. I mean, it will hold it in place. That right there shot very high and to the right. It's been shooting to the right on all my shots. So it could be the way I'm holding my bow. Could be that, but let me get you down to the target, downrange. This is only about 15 yards. Adjust the sights. Now we're shooting high and to the left. So we are making adjustments on the sights itself, which is good. But it's shooting high and I'm already bottomed out on the sights. Let's go take a look at that target. Alright, so we've got many different penetration as far as the arrow is concerned. This one here is shot dang near all the way through. So this is why I'm saying I don't think it's a 60-pound draw. Because if this thing was 60-pound draw, I honestly expected to go all the way through this bale. This is pine chips. I would expect this thing to shoot slap through this. I mean, it's dense, don't get me wrong. And they're in there. And I got cardboard, duct tape, all kind of stuff to actually slow down the arrow. But it seems like it would be doing more penetrating as far as going through this with 60 pounds. Alright, so we're going to take a step back. We can go 30 yards and see what we can do. Okay, I'm not impressed. 30 yards and it felt like I was just lobbing these things out by hand. The actual speed of the arrow dropped massively. When she was coming through, as you can see, I'm not impressed. This is definitely not a long distance shot bow as far as power and aim is concerned. But then again, I'm no expert archery either. Archery, whatever. It's something I still got to practice on. Like I said, it's been many years. So we got to keep on practicing. I'm going to step it back up about 20 yards out. Okay, so at 20 yards, we're getting a little bit more consistency in it. I'm also getting a little bit more comfortable with the bow itself. I still don't think it's a 60-pound draw. I ordered the 60-pound draw so I could actually hunt deer. I'm not gonna hunt no deer with this thing. Small game, yeah, as far as raccoon, but trying to hit a squirrel at this grouping at my skill level right now, no way. So this is something that I will have to keep on practicing. Now, if you're a skilled archer, you already know you have to keep practicing. You're not just going to pick it up and go at it. Like I said, I haven't hunted with a bow, and that's a compound bow, in many years. And it's about time I start getting back at it. So at 20 yards. Yeah, big difference in the penetration through this, for sure. So, although they say 50, 55 pounds good for deer hunting, not with this bow, and the reason being, I don't believe this is a 60-pounder. I ordered 60-pound draw. I don't think it is. So this is something I'm going to have to tinker with. It's going to have to be strictly for small game. My compound is what's going to be used for deer. not this. But for a backpack bow, as long as I can keep on practicing with this thing and actually get grouping up, it's going to be pretty good. But as of right now, with my skill level with this bow, I'm not going to put it in my backpack just yet. I got to keep practicing with this, and we got to start getting closer to there. Not over here. I got to start grouping here if this is going to earn its way into my backpack. So, as of right now, bow's called the Blitz Wolf. As of right now, guys, I cannot recommend this. This is something I went and purchased. They didn't ask me to review. I was looking for a good takedown bow for my backpack. Until I actually get better with this, I can't recommend it. So I'll be spending the next couple weeks with this, just testing it out, making sure I get it all sighted in. You just get comfortable with it. Anytime you pick up a new bow, that little guard, it came with it, that little guard here. I don't like it, as irritating as can be. I'll give me a better guard. And the release, honestly, I like the trigger release. We'll probably be picking up one of those. It's just more comfortable. There, wear out your fingers. But like I said, I haven't done this in a while. People that shoot all the time, they're used to it. So, it's something I'm gonna have to work on. All right, guys, y'all take care. Speak to y'all later.